When a man say, make love come and make love stay, and make a love light shine bright along the way, each and every I want, baby. Yeah, you know.
I, Rastafari, walk with elements in our earth with our water. So we do it. Watch out. But the bad man like walk your valley, and I don't feel for walk it again. So anytime you see them people doing wrong, you better know they can't do that again. Open your heart, my brother. Let the lesson be taught to thy son. And when the righteous men them overcome this, you better know they can't do that again.
How can we ease the pain to take away this strain that the people going under? Come on. How can we ease the pain to take away the strain that the people going under? Oh, how can we ease the pain to take away the strain that the people going under? How can we ease the pain to take away the strain that the people going under? Come on.
My name is Paul Gray. I've spent over 10 years in the mental health system. I now have my own business and work as a consultant on mental health. I know that there are many other black men in the system full of potential and talent that isn't developed. In Better Must Come, we hear the stories of men who are determined to move on with their lives. But first, why are they so determined?
If you get a job, number one, you're taking your mind off your problems. Number two, you're meeting people and you're getting a wage at the same time and probably doing something what you like. And when you get a job, you feel better in yourself.
Without the work, it's boring. You're sitting at home, you're watching TV, you just don't know what to do with yourself. You know, you start falling into the wrong things.
It's your money, you have to pull in your own strength, pull in your own weight, you understand? And it's experience for you to get to know people, work with other people, see what you can do in life.
I personally get a feeling of self-esteem that I'm doing something and I'm good at it and it's been recognised.
I've got to be able to value my life through things that I've achieved personally and through things that I want to achieve. If I haven't got that, I ain't got nothing.
Getting a job is important to us, but the barriers we face are many. Being with others who understand where we're coming from can be a way forward. Simba, a black survivor group in South London, provides this kind of support.
I'm going to try and do volunteer work for them, like driving for them in the evening. I know these drivers in the evening. Did you ever work? What do you mean did I ever work? What kind of question is that to ask a man?
I'm asking a good question.
It was work that made me ill. I've done everything, man. I've been a bit of an all-rounder. I've worked in the catering as a catering assistant, courier, concrete technician, labourer.
He's talking about digging up ground. Digging up the earth.
No, I'm not talking about digging up ground. I was actually in a laboratory testing cement.
Yeah, I know he was. Increase the dosage.
Some people. Mainly Mr. Streetwise Hines.
Robert Jones, the development worker for Simba, has used mental health services himself. What does he think are the barriers for black men who want to work?
I've been with Simba for a year, and within that time I don't know anyone that has made it back into the work of education or employment. Although people have aspirations, no one's actually made it yet. I think potentially that out of all the Simba members, there's about 90% of them that have the potential to get back into employment and training. I think anyway, as a black person in this country, there's difficulties accessing sort of good employment and further training opportunities. Perhaps the education system has failed them in the past. There's problems associated with the medication that people are on. There's a system itself which, you know, makes you dependent on others. It's a great waste, basically, because people have huge contributions to make.
If we have a look
One of Simba's members is Tony. He's doing everything he can to get into work, with expert help from an employment support service called Status.
At the moment I go to a job club at Streatham Job Centre every 2 weeks on a Friday. I've been going at least 4 or 5 months, and I've had most of my interviews from the job club, and they're very helpful.
There's a job here, 13 hours each week, junior youth workers. Have a read.
The reason why we have job clubs and we take people to Job Centre Plus is because this is where work happens for the majority of people in the community, and what we're trying to say is that people with mental health or any other disabilities are no different from anybody else. So what we're trying to do is use the same systems that everybody else would do to find a job, i.e. just putting the support that somebody needs. The system that we use is tried and tested, and it does have good results, and we will support people and we will make sure that people get the type of support that they need.
Every week I ring up someone and at least fill in at least 2 application forms during the next week. I'm applying for the junior youth worker. The reference number is... I've been for about 7 interviews this year, and each time it's a nice interview and you think maybe you got a chance to get the job, and then they write back to you 2 weeks later saying we gave the job to someone else. As a black man that tries, I know it's very hard, and I try and I get so many knockbacks. You think, is it worth continuing? But I'm not the person that will sit down and do nothing. I've got to be an active person. I've got to do something with my life. I do voluntary work at Waterloo, working with children between 11 and 18. And I started that about 6 months ago. It's like giving something back to the community, you know? I know a lot of people wouldn't work for nothing. But if you enjoy your work, you know, it's a bonus, and you may not be getting paid for it, but you get the experience. And when you write on your CV, you've done this for like a year, it's a door open to other jobs as well. I'm determined to get a job. Maybe it might take 6 months, maybe longer, but I know I can get a job, and there's a job out there for me.
Some men who have survived the mental health system find that using their creativity gives them a sense of purpose. For James, coming to Sound Minds in South London changed his life and led to paid work.
If you have a talent, or if you have something of value, which most people have, everybody has something, you can tap into that, you can actually learn from that. You're able to express everything that you want to express through music, through the creative arts. It gives you an avenue that you can do something that you really enjoy doing, and especially if you get paid to do it, that's ideal. My job involves quite a number of things, partly teaching people to sing. I play with a couple of bands, one's called Channel 1, one's the Atlantans. I also help run the art group. They do exhibitions and stuff like that. I do quite a lot of different things. It's important to just be able to contribute something, making something, achieving something, climbing a mountain, climbing a hill, but do something. Do anything, but do something. That's work.
Sound Mind, Status and Simba have all helped men to rebuild their confidence in different ways. Believing in yourself is the first step, but can be the hardest to take.
When you got low self-esteem, it's very hard to come out of it. It's very hard believing in yourself.
If you've gone through the mental health system, it's almost like sometimes going through a grater. You're not sure how you come out.
Well, when I came out, it was difficult to think what you're going to do next. Obviously, you need a rest and to build up your strength again. You think about what you've done in the past and you think, is it suitable for you? Can you cope with it?
I did actually give up. You understand? Until certain things start coming along again, you start feeling a little bit better, then a little bit more, and then a little bit more. Till, I guess, your confidence come back.
What if you haven't got the confidence even to go out and get help? Many men go through this, especially after being in hospital. Well, some services are saying if the client can't come to them, they will go to the client.
We teach them what they'd learn if they went to college, doing basic skills in literacy, numeracy, but it's a more personal service, one-to-one. They might be a bit shy, a bit concerned around other people, or they might be embarrassed about their level of education. So this allows us to give them that service without them having to come out into public straight away, with the idea that eventually they will be able to do that.
Been in my house for the last couple of months just relaxing. Cooling out, weren't intending to do anything at all. I wasn't even intending to go outside. Sit here, eat, do what I'm doing, and watch TV. Then David come along, start bringing me back up, memory start coming back, mathematics skills start coming back, multiplication, everything just start just rolling back in.
Sorry, 15% of 60. Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of inspired me in a way for me to look forward. Now I've seen it actually can happen. It all depends on if you set your mind to do it or not.
Any one of my clients I feel is capable of achieving their goals. You know, I don't see myself failing with any of them. But that's getting me to convince them that they don't have to fail.
Taking a positive approach to life, using your talents and energy in a constructive way. This is what Stefan does. He's found a service in East London that's right for him.
I've been to a job centre before, looking for jobs, and they're asking for people with experience, and I've got no experience. I've been about 15 years out of work. With my help that Lee House has given me, which is my day centre, I've been able to put together a CV, portfolio. They've helped me to move on.
They think, oh, I've got mental health, no one's going to take me on. No. I can't hear that. Like, I've had that. People coming to me and like, I want to find a job, but I've got a mental health. But, what do you mean but? Like, there's no but. You want to find a job? Okay, I will help you.
So if we look down to your work experience,
You know, I'll ask you what things you're interested in and start finding you some training in that. Because it all starts from training, innit? You're not going to have no skills and find anything unless you want to wash dishes or something like that. If you want to have a proper career, then we start you off in that training area.
There you can do admin, you can do like web design, you can do horticulture, catering, photography. They've got quite a wide range, and like it's all geared to helping you to get back into work.
like your interviews and things like that.
His attitude is brilliant. He never loses focus. You know, he's got one track. I have to succeed in life. Anybody that won't take on Stefan is their loss.
I feel confident because I feel in the near future I will get a job.
As long as you believe in yourself, then you can go forward, go anywhere you want to go.
I'm thinking realistically, you know what I mean, about what I can do and what I can't do. You know, I'm going for jobs that basically I can do.
Good employment services give people the skills they need to get into work. They enable men to succeed despite the huge problems of stigma and discrimination.
You might have all the confidence in the world. You might have all the qualifications in the world. You might be the greatest person since sliced bread, but you're going to be faced with that thing about, have you been in hospital?
Because a lot of people associate black people who are mentally ill with people who are violent, people who don't take their medication, and people who are generally unsociable, etc. It's all negative connotations.
I think there are low expectations on black men in general, yes, and in them coming out of the system as part of the same general stereotyping. So in effect, they get a double whammy. You know, there's a double negative effect.
They seem to say in every job there's equal opportunities, but it's in some cases that's not right, and they mostly give jobs to white people.
Basically, if I'm trying this hard to get work and I'm positive as I am, and I know I can do something, and I'm not given the chance to do it, then there's something wrong there. Anyone would think that.
It's important to realise that there is help out there. All around the country there are services that can give advice, support, training and even job placements. We took a journey to see what's available. Quest in North West London provides a range of help, including advice sessions in hospital. Here's one of their clients, Eric, with employment worker Didi Delaterra.
Remember I came to see you whilst you were in hospital? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. It helped me gain a lot of understanding about what's going on outside, what my plans are. What I wanted to do would have been harder for me to do if I didn't find a Quest, because I would know the right organisation or services to contact in order to find, like example, the plumbing course that I want to. I'm going to do.
In Manchester, the Moving On project is helping Siobhan. He's studying IT, a course he got onto with the help of his employment worker at the Zion Centre.
I like to draw out where their aspirations are, what their dream is, where they want to aim for, and of course it's realistic and it's practical. And from they demonstrate this is where they want to be, and they demonstrating that they've got that commitment, dedication, they want to reach there, then I'm there to support them all the way through.
I just started the course here, but so far I haven't found anything really hard, you know what I mean, just hard. I just find it just a bit challenging. Just when I get the full knowledge of what I'm doing, try to get to open my own business and build my own computers and sell them. Help me to see that people can be suffered from depression in the past and come back and do something good for themselves, and it's still something to live for.
There's one service you can find all over the country. At the Job Centre Plus, there's advisors who specialise in getting people with health issues into work. We asked the service user, James, to see how helpful this will be.
I help clients with disabilities and illness back to work, help them retain their jobs and look into possible or probable options into training or moving on.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, I used to be a bricklayer. At the age of 28, I had a mental breakdown, and I've been out of work for about 8 years. And now I'm looking to retrain and go back into employment, into something different.
Together with them, we draw up a plan, on the best way forward, and we work with that plan to help the client get to the ultimate destination, which is finding work and keeping it.
I find it good. They seem to have a lot of schemes going that I never knew about. I would worry about my benefits and being forced into a job that wasn't completely right for me, because that's what the Job Centre's past has been. But now they're looking at the issues differently, and they're setting up programs for people in different walks of life to try and achieve their goal.
In Birmingham, Godwin has chosen to retrain and find a new career. He's using the Learn Direct facilities at the Franz Fanon Centre to update his skills.
And they asked me for my specific needs, what did I want to do? I says, well, I don't know anything about a computer, could I learn? Well, I was put onto a Learn Direct course and progressed from there, really. Because this one's got the facilities are there for my use when I want to use them. You know, I'm not set as time limit, or I'm not pushed into anything. There's nobody looking over my shoulders, you know. It's a good environment.
Godwin also uses another service in Birmingham, Welcome Support, to get training which could lead to a job.
Nice to see you again. Okay.
They're showing me that they're there to help, and if I need anything, I can get it. It's like the forklift truck driving course. Well, I start that this month, which is a good thing. You know, I'm really happy about that.
If you can go in a company and say, oh, I have got this certificate because I'm qualified. As most of these big stores that open up in Birmingham town, they do need forklift drivers. You are going in the right direction.
Back in London, Nick is also starting a new career, studying to become a management accountant. City and Hackney Mind is helping him to find work to build up his CV.
I had applied for jobs in the past, but I wasn't too confident about whether I was doing the right thing, etc. And by coming to Mind, it's given me a lot more confidence. The support is very important. You know, the guidance is needed, telling you what you can do, doing some of it for you, and then knowing when to say, hey, why don't you do that?
He is now actively searching all the time. He's applying for about 6 or 7 jobs a day off his own back, and he's achieving results, and I have no doubt that within a couple of months he'll have a job, basically.
The way I see it is there's a job. There's somebody out there, this very moment, they're writing up a job spec. This job spec's got my name on it. It's job spec saying Nick Barrett, Nick Barrett, Nick Barrett, Nick Barrett.
If I get this job, what would happen to my benefits? What would be changed, and what would be advantage and what would be disadvantage?
Services can also help with benefits. They are a lifeline, and many people are put off looking for work because they think they will be worse off.
Benefits is incredibly important for people with disabilities, and it's something that a lot of people have a tremendous anxiety about, and rightly so, would not want to lose. And what we try to do is make sure that we get the right support and expert help from the benefits services and agencies, and we do a very precise benefit calculation to make sure that people are not worse off.
There are what's called linking rules, which means
You can get some benefits even if you work, and there are ways of protecting your income. For instance, if you become ill. But it's all very complicated, so get advice from a real expert before you take a job. Stephen, who we saw earlier, got a job soon after we first filmed him. He works 4 hours a week and keeps his wages on top of his benefits.
This is my 4th week. I'm an administrative assistant. Some of the work gets a bit tedious, but I think it's very worthwhile. I mean, I've worked in about 12, 13 years. The most exciting bit of work I've done was getting trained up on the database. Because it's completely different to the basic database that I've done, it was making me very confused. But now I'm getting quite a bit more acquainted with it.
It was very easy to be able to accommodate somebody like Stephen, who has computer skills, who has common sense, and who has a certain ability. If there comes a time when we have and we advertise some permanent positions, then I would certainly encourage him to apply.
I don't try and see in the future. I do positive things for myself, and that seems to be helping my future.
Finally meet Flusho. After leaving the mental health system some years ago, he now has a full-time job, working in a care home. He's also started his own business in complementary therapies.
One thing that somebody said to me, I went to have an acupuncture session, and the acupuncturist said, what are you doing? And I wasn't actually doing anything, not very much. She said, well, do something to give yourself a sense of existence. And I remember those words. And I sort of decided from there to go and do whatever it was that I wanted to do. And that took time because it didn't happen overnight. And a lot of that was to do with college courses, which was a way of easing back in reflexology was a year long at college, a night class. I wanted to be a practitioner in this because it's a gift. It's a gift for me to other people, which possibly could help them. Because I think it may do, it helps keep me uplifted. I'm skilled and qualified to do something that I think is useful and good. What more can I ask? That's fine.
Better must come. We've seen with the right help, we can overcome the barriers to getting work. There's more help needed, and we need to break down those barriers completely. Right now, there are more opportunities than there's ever been before. Make sure you get yours.
Reclaim your dignity, your self-respect, your self-esteem, the belief that you can achieve. Reclaim all that because, you know, you're special, you're important to the configuration of things.
Have confidence in yourself. Just know that there's something still out there for them.
If you put your mind to it, you could do it. Never give up. You may be a struggle, you may get knocked down 3 or 4 times, but get up, brush yourself down and march on forward.
If you've got an open mind and you've got your interest, put it into something, you know, put your energies into something that you're willing to learn, that you can do, because there is help out there. There is.
Are you part of the problem? Are you part of the solution? Are you believing what they're saying to you about you can't do this, you can't do that? Or are you part of the solution?
To tell the truth and not deny, I'm mentally ill, but that doesn't give me the reason not to try. Don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams and aspirations, for in life a positive outlook will bring you closer to your destination. Contained in the arena of mental health, there's an abundance of skills and artistic wealth. Don't give up. African and Caribbean men, we all know that racism exists. Yet in achieving your goals, please, I'm begging you, you must persist. While being scrutinised from the very beginning, it seems like swallowing that first pill. Let us hope that we today can revolutionise the concept of being mentally ill. Don't give up. Many of us have given up on our hopes and dreams because of the way we're being perceived. So my friend, see what you've achieved and see what you're about to achieve.